Yeah, so now that we're in another segment once again, this is the Rusty Belt. It is right now 6:10 p.m., June 11th, Wednesday, 2025. It's 75 degrees right here, because I'm very close to Lake Michigan shore, like only like a half mile away, if that. But it's like 90 degrees inland right now. It's like the first really nice, really hot day of the year, you know. It did get up to like 80 a couple of times earlier in the spring, but hasn't been very nice for a while. This is the first day that feels like summer, if you know what I mean. Let's go. We're gonna, yeah, so now we're heading toward Kenosha. As mentioned in the previous videos, one of the reasons I went out today was I kind of just wanted to see if there was any protesting or stuff going on. I was in Milwaukee earlier, but didn't want to and couldn't really film. Didn't really have the time to. But now we're heading down this way. And there wasn't anything going on in Racine at all. Racine was quiet. But last night there was protesting going on in Milwaukee. It didn't get violent or anything, it wasn't a big deal, but there was a lot of people out. And there was some stuff going on in Chicago, LA, Minneapolis, Atlanta. Some of it was getting a little bit on the destructive side, some of it wasn't. There was massive police forces out, especially in Chicago, some of the stuff I was watching, you know. Yeah. So we'll see if there's anything going on downtown Kenosha. And also, I'm going to poke around the area where the Kyle Rittenhouse incidents took place. And the, you know, riots, unrest is a nicer way to put it, but the unrest that happened after the Jacob Blake incident in August of 2020 when a Kenosha police officer shot Jacob Blake in his vehicle like 7 times, I believe, which led to the rioting and unrest that resulted in the Kyle Rittenhouse shootings. I think that was like 2 days later. Maybe that was the day after. I don't remember. I want to say it was August 25th of 2020 was the first night of unrest when it was really bad, when there was a whole lot of stuff burned down. Might have been the 24th. But then I got down there the next day during the daytime, and there was buildings that were still smoking and stuff. I mean, look through my videos just search Kenosha unrest, Kenosha Jacob Blake, Kenosha Rittenhouse, Kenosha 2020. Any of that should get you there. But yeah, like when I was down there the next day, it was kind of like a party vibe going on. There was a lot of people just hanging out and stuff. Nothing was going on during the day. It was like touristy. I mean, there's people from everywhere that were taking photos, all the burnt up cars and buildings that were still smoldering and stuff, you know. But, oh, this is a new speed trap I wasn't aware of until now. What I'm getting at is I was down there the day after most of the burning and stuff happened, and then it was later. There was a curfew that night. I think it was 8 o'clock. I think I was there till a little bit after the curfew. But there was a point in that evening where I felt like it was time to leave, like right now, you know. And again, it wasn't, as I said previously, it wasn't like I felt like I was in danger or anything, but I just felt it coming and wanted to just get my car out of there and, you know, just be done with the whole situation for the night. So when my gut told me to get out of there, I got out of there. And a couple hours later, the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting happened, like right where I was. Like I filmed some videos and took pictures that were like in the gas station parking lot where it happened, you know, a couple hours earlier. So yeah, anyhow, heading into Kenosha. We're just past the county line, so we're in Kenosha County right now. This would be considered either Summers or Pleasant Prairie, I believe. UW Parkside campus is like to the right if you're not literally to the right if you're, but if you turn west down Highway A or Highway E, that goes over by the Parkside campus. I don't know for sure about these apartments on the right here, but a lot of the apartments around here are mostly students. Yeah, this is Sheridan Road, it's called, once you get into Kenosha. Carthage College is going to be to the left of us, up ahead, not yet, but this is essentially, we're right on the Lake Michigan shore right now. You can't see it because we're kind of up on a cliff, and then there's, you know, houses and businesses and whatnot on the left side of the road, but all of this stuff is basically right kind of at the edge of a cliff that goes down to Lake Michigan. It's kind of the Skid Row of like really cheap hotels. If you saw that last one, it's ridiculous. It's a group of, or quote-unquote hotel or motel that is like a group of these like cinder block cubes that are individual rooms, you know, like it's creepy. There's a handful of apartment buildings. Some of them are pretty low end, some of them are pretty nice. There's another motel to the left. You know, and then you got random mansions and stuff mixed in too because you're on some like super exclusive property, you know, I mean, overlooking Lake Michigan. You know, who doesn't want that? Yeah, it's just a weird area, this first roll into Kenosha here along this stretch, because it's like this really exclusive property, but then like half of it's just like the kind of motels that crackheads live in, you know, I mean, there's no need whatsoever for motels to be here. I don't know why they ever were built here exactly, because you're just like halfway between Racine and Kenosha. Like, why would a person from out of town stay in an area that's basically the middle of nowhere between two towns when both towns have places to stay downtown or on the outskirts of town by the freeway, or if you know what I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know.